Don't ask me to talk.
From the sublime to the ridiculous.
Join me, Stacey Heller,
And me, Eric Ryder.
as we talk about what's good to watch, read, see, listen to, and more.
An edutaining 1 hour break in your day that includes the segment, What Are We Eating? Sponsored by Dingfelder's Delicatessen.
Stick with us for something good. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the show. You are listening to Don't Ask Me to Talk with Stacey Heller and...
Me, Eric Ryder.
Hello, Eric.
Hey, Stacey. How are you this week?
I cannot believe it's March already.
I know.
It's going very quickly, the year that is. And when are the Ides of March? I feel like it's like...
The 15th.
Oh, there you go. So we're not there.
Yeah. So you got plenty of time to beware.
Perfect.
That's right.
Perfect. So,
And hopefully we're going to make our way out of this lousy Smarch weather
it's terrible. Although
any day now.
I will say I am enjoying the cold because I am so often complaining about how hot I am that, you know, everyone else is in like full parkas and scarves and hats. And I'm like in, you know, a car coat and a T-shirt because it just feels so good. I'll tell you what, being 50 and a woman, it is not for the faint of heart. So, hey, if you can't tell already by the start of the show, this...
If only we could harness that, by the way, to save energy.
Oh,
you know,
my, right?
Heat people's homes with menopause.
Right? That's kind of brilliant. Like, just stick me in a corner and I'm going to radiate.
There you go.
Although I might radiate anger, too.
But just you need a fan in front of you going the other way, and then bam.
It's not a bad idea. It's like harnessing the power of the sun.
That's right.
Wow. See, that's what this show is about. So if you don't regularly listen and you've just stumbled upon this, this show is about those kinds of wacky conversations and, you know, that edutainment, a little bit educating. That's not it. Educating and a little bit entertaining. You know, we like to talk about random topics because really fun tangents and ideas come out of them. I mean, I think we've come up with several inventions that...
Oh, we've saved the world many times over.
I mean, right? I mean, it is like, without even breaking a sweat, because I'm frankly, well, I am sweating. Anyway, if you enjoy what you are hearing, guess what? You can find past episodes. That's right. And you can even subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts. And then the podcast version would just come right to your inbox. Just easy peasy. So when you're going on a long ride somewhere, you can listen to Eric and me. Right? So good. If you would like to connect with us, you can do that by texting or calling 475-999-2726.
That's 475-999-ARC-6. ARC-6.
Nice. I like the arc angle. It's a new story arc.
Right, or Noah's Ark, or the Ark of the Covenant. But this is the sixth Ark. Arc 6.
Arc 6.
That's right.
That's
It kind of
right.
sounds like a movie theater or something to me, like a Cineplex would be the Arc 6.
It does.
Come on down to the Arc 6 and see the new Ant-Man.
It kind of does. Did you see Ant-Man?
I did.
And what did you think?
I thought it was fun.
Grace and Will, two of my kids, they saw it on Friday night, and they thought it was fun too.
They come back with a case of Quantumania? Because I did.
Did you? They said it was
Spent
really
the whole
fun.
night trying to shrink myself down. Did not work.
Well, honey, I shrunk myself.
Yes.
Yeah, no, they said that it was, and they went to the RPX version. So we have a Regal near us where we live.
That also sounds like one of our phone numbers.
Yeah, it does, actually.
Dial 475.
RPX.
RPX, yes.
RPX 2726.
We did not pay the premium to get the customized number in case
No.
anybody hasn't figured that out yet.
Yeah, exactly. But they so they went to the RPX version, which isn't like the IMAX. It's supposedly the version where the screen goes kind of onto the sides as well, so it supposedly
Oh, okay.
feels
Kind of like the Cinerama thing.
kind of.
Yeah.
And they said they were literally the only two people in the theater.
Wow.
So they were able to sit there, and neither of them are the type that like talking during a movie. You know, it's like, be quiet, we're trying to do. But they said, you know, they could kind of like sit there, and they had the back center by themselves. And so they were like, we could kind of talk.
Yeah.
And it was kind of fun.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So
My theater was packed.
did you see it? Was that opening night was Friday, or was it a week ago?
No, it was a couple weeks ago when it opened up. Yep.
That's what I thought. Yeah, I really wanted to see 80 for Brady. It's cute. Come on. Rita Moreno and Jane Fonda, Sally Field, and Lily Tomlin.
Yeah. I mean, when I saw the poster for that, first I thought it was a joke, but then I thought, well, who is this for? And
It's
now
for
I
me.
know. Now I know.
Well, you know what it is? It's that I have been watching the show Frankie and Grace. Or,
Yep.
Right, Grace
On
and
Netflix,
Frankie,
yep.
whatever it is. And so I've been loving the interaction between the two of them as actresses, Jane Fonda and Lily Tomlin, that is. And so it just sort of made me like, oh, like it feels like it would be fun. Also, who doesn't like Sally Field? She was the flying nun, for God's sakes.
Sure. I just,
I get it.
know the football element. We talked last week how I've only seen like 2 sports movies in my
Yes.
lifetime. So.
And I will tell you, watch Field of Dreams before you spend any money on 80 for Brady.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, okay. So this is the part of the show.
Sally Field of Dreams. Is that anything?
Oh. Okay, that's a game that I used to play actually, where we would play a game where you tried to combine as many movie titles as you could to string them along, like A Few Good Men in Black, and then like you tried to string as many as you could.
It's a classic parlor game.
Oh, I didn't know. I thought it was a unique thing. Wow.
I'm sure you put a unique spin on it, but it's one of those parlor games, I'm sure. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's probably true. All right. Well, thanks for ruining my day.
Whoa. Come on now.
I'm kidding.
I mean, isn't like the main gist of this show is kind of parlor games,
Well, yeah.
where we spin the wheel and talk about a topic, and,
Yeah, it's true.
Yes.
I'm all about the parlor game thing.
Yes.
Okay. Today it is International Rescue Cat Day.
Aw.
I pretty much have one cat that was the result of a teen pregnancy. A friend's cat, before they had a chance to neuter it, ended up getting pregnant and had a litter of kittens. And so that's how we got Cole. But the other 2 are from rescues. And it has generally gone well. And I had somebody on my show a while back who was talking about how she is an animal whisperer, if you will. And I've pretty much hired her, and I will be having a consultation with her tomorrow, actually. And it should be interesting to see what's going on with my 3 cats, who are all from different litters and different places, and they're not getting along.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But they all look the same.
Right.
So
maybe that's why they don't get along.
probably. They're
Yeah.
like,
Opposites attract, right?
maybe.
Just
Anyway.
ask MC Scat Cat.
Oh, isn't that with Paula Abdul?
Paul Abdul, that's right, yes.
Oh, that's so cute. And then they were also...
Again, we're on the cutting edge of references. here.
right? We're not at all showing our ages. But, hey, if you're on the fence about rescuing an animal, consider a cat. Consider an older cat. But just consider a cat. It's International Rescue a Cat Day. So, go do it. It is also... speaking of old cats, hey, it's Old Stuff Day. Now, this was fascinating to me because I actually looked up what does that mean exactly on this particular holiday, because I was like,
Yeah.
okay, like I'm old stuff, right?
Sure.
And thanks for agreeing. And
Well, me too.
well,
We're
okay.
both old stuff.
Yeah.
We just made a joke about being old stuff.
That's true. So I looked it up, and it's like it was talking about, thrifting things and
Right.
like upcycling and recycling and all these kinds of things. And I learned something interesting. I learned that back in Victorian England, that people were already thrifting then. Apparently, fast fashion was already a thing where the fashions changed so quickly, which probably meant like every 20 years or something, that people would bring their clothing to stores and people were thrifting. So I thought that was interesting that it really started with the Victorian age.
Ye old goodwill.
Right? Well,
Ye old goodwill towards man.
shoppy.
That's right.
And then I learned that gotta love the Christians because we created an intersection between Christianity and commerce. And so the idea of, donating items that you're no longer using, and then they could be sold, and the money that was made from the shop could then go to help people in need.
All good. And, just you mentioning both Rescue Cat Day and also the thrifting and the Victorian thing, it just reminds me that one of the biggest thrift store chains in the UK is the Cat Protection League.
No way.
Yeah. So you know how over here, we've got Goodwill and Salvation Army. They've got like the various charities have their various thrift stores. So Cat Protection League is one of the more popular ones.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's cool. Look at that. Oh, way to tie everything together.
As is Help the Aged, I think, is another one.
Well, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Well,
So that ties it into the old stuff day, too.
are you a thrifter?
I'm more of an online thrifter than I am a in-store thrifter.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I have found that I really like to do it, and I have found that I'm fairly good at it. And I'm one of those shoppers, though, that like gets the feeling like I feel like I need to go to, this happened to me earlier, so it's very fresh in my mind. I feel like I need to go to Goodwill today. And so I did. And I walked in and I found a quite beautiful floor, big mirror that goes like halfway up the wall with a nice frame. No dents, no scratches, no nothing, pristine. It was $35. I found a couple of stools in a really fun teal color, $10 each. And
Gotta love it when you score like that.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, it was like, it's just every once in a while I kind of go in and it's like, I just go because the spirit moves me and I love finding things.
And I just bought a CD from Goodwill off their
Really?
eBay
What CD?
page. The B-52's debut album,
Oh my gosh.
which oddly enough, I didn't already own. Actually, I think I owned it back in the day on cassette, but I decided to get with the times and get it on CD
Wow, you crazy.
now that it's under $6.
Hey, big spender.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
I'll be getting down to Rock Lobster later this week.
Oh, that's such a good song.
It is.
Okay, and then the other thing that we could, in theory, celebrate today is Egg McMuffin Day, but I don't really like Egg McMuffins.
No, and I would suggest instead of getting an Egg McMuffin, you go get the new breakfast sandwich from Vance Dingfelder that we talked about last week on the show
That's
at
a good
Dingfelder's
idea.
Deli, because that sounded fantastic.
Right?
It's like a bagel with the egg and salami. Come on.
I know. And you can get the cheese. You can get a nice schmear if you want. So much better than the Egg McMuffin. I'm like, that is
yeah.
not something that deserves its own day. But yeah, you're right. Yeah, celebrate Egg McMuffin Day by, it's not too late, by the way, just because you're listening to us in the afternoon.
Right, or just go tomorrow morning.
Yeah. Oh, see? You can extend it. You can have the holiday whenever you want.
That's right. It's not like these are real holidays by any stretch.
Hey, they are on nationaldaytoday.com, so that makes them real.
You want to know something funny, though? I trust you implicitly.
Sure.
Don't get me wrong, okay?
And
But these are indeed ridiculous high holidays, right? They're not like well known. That's part of the fun.
Right.
They're not like everybody's out there celebrating. But remember when we talked about Tootsie Rolls?
Yes.
For Tootsie Roll Day?
Yes.
Another podcast, a food podcast that I listen to, very popular podcast, also celebrated Tootsie Roll Day with a Tootsie Roll taste testing. And I thought, Stacy was onto something there.
See? I was on a roll.
We're not the only, you were on a Tootsie Roll. And speaking of, because we're just about into the regrets, I've had a few. I actually mentioned, is it even meant to be chocolate, right?
Yep.
And then, so I looked it up, and it turns out in the first sentence that it is cocoa-flavored taffy.
Okay.
So it's like chocolate taffy, Tootsie Rolls. But, you know, what threw me off on that is that I've had the like chocolate taffy that you get, the saltwater taffy, and they taste different than a Tootsie Roll, and it's a somewhat slightly different consistency. So, but yeah, apparently meant to be chocolate taffy Tootsie Rolls.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I think what threw us off is when we were looking it up, it was talking about how it was like developed.
Yes, you got the whole history. I just read like the first sentence of Wikipedia or whatever, and it was like cocoa flavored taffy. Okay.
Okay, that's what
now I understand finally what they're going for.
See, so did it make you want a Tootsie Roll?
Tootsie Roll is one of those things like if it's in the room up for grabs, I'll probably have it, but it's not something that I'd seek out.
I also think that I am one of those weirdos that I think how there's like the little tiny ones that you can get, and then there's the long like stick version, and then there's the more like
the
chubby
jumbo
one,
square ones. Yeah,
right. I am somebody that likes the long, skinny ones or the little tiny ones. Like to me, like there's something about like the size of the different ones that I'm like, it just tastes better to me. Yeah, whatever.
Okay.
I'm a complex character. And hey, speaking of complex characters, happy birthday to Dr. Seuss and also John Bon Jovi. You have both given us some ridiculous entertainment over the years, and we appreciate you. So happy birthday to those two gentlemen. One is still living and one is not.
Right.
We'll let you figure it out. People are frantically looking up, did John Bon Jovi die?
No, he's still around.
He's still around.
Bon Jovi Here's a Who, by the way, one of the classic albums.
He hears The Who for the first time.
That's right.
And he's like, hey, Horton, did you hear that?
That's right. I'm going to go into music now.
Exactly.
I just heard The Who.
Oh, that's kind of funny. We're very funny. Oh, my gosh. Okay. Any other regrets, by the way?
Yeah, no, I think that was my big regret, that I was unable to find out that Tootsie Rolls were meant to be chocolate.
There you go.
Or at least confirm that last week during the show. So.
See, I'm just the right amount of crazy. All right. Well, then let's take a quick break. And then when we come back, our topic this week, we're going to be talking about whether we prefer a warm weather vacay or cold. We'll be right back.
Good. Stay tuned.
Stacy Connects. It's not just my business, it's my superpower. Whether you need the right tone and messaging for a new venture, or you've plateaued with your current one, I can help. I connect clients with themselves and their potential. Then, I identify unique solutions that translate your brand into messaging that connects your target audience with your business. Go to stacyconnects.com to connect with me and your messaging.
Interested in learning something new? Meeting someone new? Find out things that we have in common? Well, of course you are. You're a human being. So let's get intentional about it. Join me, JDK Winnikin, every week and get all of that in less than an hour. I'm a writer, a historian, a social commentator, and my show is all about you. Really, that's what it's called. This show is all about you. Get my perspectives on the week's news and hear fascinating guests whose stories will inspire and move you. My show is all about giving you something that connects us. Join me Mondays on Kixie 880 at 3 p.m. or download it as a podcast.
Can't get enough of Stacy and Eric? Then be sure and check out Stacy Connects with Stacy Heller wherever you find podcasts. Stacy chats with guests about a variety of topics, hoping to make a connection through conversation.
Welcome back to Don't Ask Me to Talk with your co-host, Stacy Heller, and the other co-host.
Hey, it's me, Eric Reiner, and we just confirmed during the break that you are, in fact, not crazy.
Thank you for tripling down on that. Clearly, I have like a complex of some kind. Okay. Well, I'm just going to go back to this. Probably when I had the holiday that was orange wine, that was the thing that made me feel better because way back once upon a time, it was Orange Wine Day. And I remember talking about this.
Yeah.
And then when I was in Italy, we had a whole session, a wine tasting with this guy in Italy. And he was talking about orange wine. And I was like, oh, I know about this. So turns out that that National Day today knows something. And we're all learning for it. Okay, so let me set the scene. You have a full week off of work. You've got both weekends. Gertie is being taken care of by somebody that you trust. You have money that's been saved, and so you don't have to worry about that. And you're off on vacation. Where are you headed?
Yeah. That's
I mean, I know Ireland and I know the UK and all that, but let's say your choices are I'm heading somewhere where it's cold or I'm headed somewhere where it's warm.
I mean, it depends on, the time of year, really.
Well, that's a very practical response. Like right now, since we're in March.
I had a dream about Iceland last night for some reason. And it just reminded me how much I'd love to get back to Reykjavik, Iceland, and, actually explore more of Iceland would be amazing because it's just really friendly people, good food. Even though they speak Icelandic, they also all speak English probably better than we do. And it's a striking, physical landscape, the country there. I remember thinking this must be what the moon looks like for parts of it that we're driving through. So, I don't have necessarily a preference between hot and cold, but it just seems like a lot of the culture that I want to see is in the colder places like Ireland, the UK, and Iceland. And France can also be, very hot and warm and, they're all beautiful places. And Iceland never really gets that warm. So going in the summer is a good time to go because you're right around, 65 degrees or whatever.
Isn't there all kinds of springs and stuff there?
Geysers.
Geysers, yeah.
Yeah, and they do have thermal
That's what it is, like thermal pools or something.
Yeah, thermal pools. And in fact, that's how they make all their electricity because the steam, they're able to power turbines, and make all their electricity really clean.
Like the menopause idea.
Yeah, and exactly. And one of the, and it's cool because they've got hot water for all the homes too, and they just pipe that thermal water from the pools into people's houses, and they use that. The downside of that is you get a kind of a sulfur smell when you use the hot water, but it's not that bad. And so they've come up with really kind of interesting ways to make use of this, natural wonder. Like they will heat balconies and homes just by running the pipes through the walls or underneath a balcony.
That's cool.
Yeah, so not only are they making the electricity super clean, they're also cutting down on electricity use to begin with just by using that hot water. So
sure.
Yeah, it's really a very cool place. So I'd love to get back there at some point, dip in the Blue Lagoon again. Which is a big pool, basically, that's with the hot water, the geothermal hot water. and a volcanic. It's like a volcanic bowl, basically,
Okay.
that they filled with the water, and it's an amazing place. So that's the first place my mind goes to. But I would also love at some point to get to places like Bermuda or Hawaii or these other places. It hasn't happened yet. I haven't had the time or the whatever, the something drawing me there to make it happen yet.
Well, so couple things. One, Pete really wants to go to Iceland. He read somewhere about these, like a bubble hotel or something that you can stay in. And, it's like you are basically in this clear thing on the edge of wherever, and you're able to see like the lights and, the whole
you
thing.
got the northern lights,
right?
And it's beautiful. And if you go in a particular part of summer, it doesn't get dark. It's just daylight. So I'm not sure if the bubble's great for that. If they have curtains, maybe you can pull them so you get sleep.
Right.
Because otherwise you've got daylight all night long and no sleep.
Yeah, which, that sounds hideous. But that's an interesting place to visit that is definitely on Pete's list. Now, here's my deal. So I agree with you on the places that I think it's fun to travel. It's not necessarily a like sun and surf type thing because there's so many places in the world that, I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to go. I haven't been to Ireland. I'd like to go to Ireland. I spent some time on our honeymoon in France, but that wasn't great. So I feel like I need a redo. I've never been to any parts of Asia. So lots of places like that.
And I'll just say this. Last time I was in Ireland, it was over 80 degrees for the whole week that I was there.
Oh.
So it was quite warm. It was interesting because I've been a couple of times before where it was more like 65 to 75. So it was for it to be between 80 and 90 the whole time. It was interesting. It was like here, when we have like really nice days, it was really nice. So
that's kind of cool.
You just never know.
Well,
but going in the summer if you can for any of these cooler places is great. And then trying to schedule the winter trips, I would think going to a place like Hawaii would be great in March or February.
Yeah, and it feels like, and not to take anything away from going to Hawaii, which has such a rich culture and everything. It's funny though. It's like people don't think about going to Hawaii necessarily for the cultural aspect, right? It's like, oh, I want to go someplace that's warm and sunny, and then by association, oh, let me check out the local stuff that's going on, right?
Yeah. They just want, most people, I think, going to somewhere like Hawaii or Bermuda, they want to just have a place to go be warm and relax, and then any culture on top of that is just icing on the cake, it seems like. Yeah.
Versus the reverse where, you're going to some place in Europe, presumably, because you're like, ooh, I want to go learn about and see and
the
do.
culture, the history, and all that stuff, yeah.
I will say, though,
and you kind of had best of both worlds, if you will, when you went to Italy.
I did. Yeah. I had amazing weather, and I got to go learn so much about the Umbria and Rome, and that was amazing.
Yeah.
But, here we are in March, in like a lion, out like a lamb, supposedly. And I am wanting the sun. And I'm kind of itching to go someplace warm. Now, as a natural fair-skinned redhead, going someplace warm is always a danger.
Yep.
However,
same here.
Right?
I'm not a redhead, but
you're fair-skinned as
I
well.
need plenty of sunblock. Let's put it that way.
And I have such a romantic notion of what a sun vacation would mean. Whether, people go to Palm Springs or California or Hawaii or Bermuda, as you say, or the Caribbean or Mexico.
Or Florida, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And, I'm just going to sit out by the pool. I get so bored.
Same.
I have this romantic notion that oh, maybe if I was at some really swanky hotel and there's like the swim up bar or something and I'll be amused. And I'm like, no matter how nice and fancy this place is, I am bored and also sunburn. And like, now what are we going to do? So maybe I'm just not good at shutting down.
Yeah, I think I suffer from that as well.
Yeah, because I do feel like the idea of going skiing is hideous to me because as somebody who has only skied a couple of times, shout out to the Riley family who put up with me the couple of times that I went skiing on Gore Mountain with them. I don't know who it was more upsetting for, me or them. So the whole cold weather vacation thing, remember last week I mentioned the bruises on my knees from going curling? Like, I am not that winter sport gal. That said, hey, listeners, if you have someplace in like Whistler or someplace that you go to and you need someone that can make your house like cozy and have some cookies so that when you come back from a day of skiing or a nice charcuterie board or something like that, I'm your gal. Like, I would totally hang out inside by the fire and like read and bake and cook and be very content.
Sounds like you'd be like a good person to sign up for something like a house swap.
Yes, totally.
People that want to come visit Seattle and you could go to Umbria or wherever, and stay at their house. They could come stay in your house.
I like the idea though of having people
or Aspen
there,
or whatever. Yeah.
Right? Like I want somebody to ask me to come along and not expect me to go snowshoe or like cross country ski or ski or even sled or ice skate. Like, no. Like, I'll do a little shopping, I'll eat out, but like, let me just keep the home fires burning. And that sounds amazing to me. But the cold weather, like truly cold weather, like, let's go to Aspen, let's go to, someplace. I'm like, ugh, not a fan. Do you ski? You don't ski, do you?
I don't ski, no.
Yeah. Did you ever try skiing?
I think, was it like fourth grade or something? I heard about Sonny Bono, and I said, I guess I don't really want to ever try skiing.
Wow, that really had an impact.
He really did.
I mean, he did, and it did.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. My experience. My friend Jenny, her family had a house that I think they shared with other members of the family, and they were like, "We'll take Stacy skiing," and like, how hard could it be? And like, it just didn't start out well. Going up the bunny hill, apparently you're not supposed to sit down on the tow line, and I was like, well, then why is there a bar under me? And like, it makes sense for it to sit on. If there's a bar, you sit on it. And so I kept stopping that up, and I was not made for it. But the hot chocolate and whipped cream, man.
All about that après ski.
Exactly. Exactly. So I'm essentially a snow bunny.
And I have to correct myself because I just looked up Sonny Bono. And apparently he passed in 1995. So I was well out of school. But I do remember at that time thinking, yeah, I made the right decision of not going skiing. So I think I was like more like 20 at that point. But yeah.
It's yeah, I kind of got to the point in my ski education. Well, here's what I'll say. In hindsight, probably they should have just stuck me in ski school, but they were kind enough that they wanted to show me how to ski themselves. And I think that, can you imagine like a fifth grade version of me? I mean, I had a lot to say. I had strong opinions, and I was like, how about I just sit here and wait for Snow Patrol to come and get me, not the band, the people. And I probably was not amusing after a little while, but it was fun. I mean, it was an experience. I'm always up for an experience.
Yeah.
But yeah. So at the end of the day, did we really answer the question, warm vacation versus cold vacation?
Well, there's so many factors, like I said, it's the time of year that you have the vacation, whether you want to just relax or whether you want to experience more culture.
Here's another factor.
What languages do you speak? All those things. But for me personally, I haven't decided where my next vacation place is going to be, but I think I'd like to get back to Iceland, as I mentioned, but I also would love to visit Greece. And so I think my next vacation may have a little of both.
Look at you.
How about you? Have you thought about your next vacation spot?
I feel like I need a quick jaunt someplace warm. And so I'm thinking maybe a trip to California just to feel the sun, because the thing that I was going to add that is important is like it's the sun piece. And so I think that's why I feel like I could go someplace cold. Like we have a lake house, and in the summer months, it's beautiful, the sun's out, you can sit outside. But in the winter, I love it just as much because the sun is out and it may be freezing, and yet that blue sky and sun, it's like, oh, this is amazing. Plus, I'm overheating anyway, so
sure.
But the sun is the thing, and man, the sun is gorgeous in Greece. I am thinking that I'd like to go to Greece. I have 2 friends that went this past summer, and both had amazing experiences. So I can give you the 411.
Yeah, I like that. It's, every picture I've seen just looks amazing. I love Greek food. And, the Greek people I've met have been super friendly. So I think it's one of those places I'm definitely going to have to get to. But I also remembered that, domestically, I was thinking about maybe a vacation, getting back to North Carolina and visiting the Outer Banks. So I might do that this summer.
There you go.
And that's, for people that don't know, the Outer Banks is like a strip of beach that it's actually a few islands that are in a strip. And I can't remember how long. I want to say maybe about 100 miles.
Yeah, it's a long strip.
With a highway that goes through it, but like some part you have to take a ferry to get to the next island. And it's Cape Hatteras is probably the most famous place there. Kitty Hawk, also very famous. But I went back east when my dad was stationed on Fort Lee in Virginia.
Okay.
Back when I was in, I want to say, 9th grade, and visited him. And we took a little trip and went and visited all those places. And I remember it just being amazing, really spectacular. Yeah. So I'd like to do that. And that was the only time I've ever visited the other Washington as well, D.C. So I think, I'm thinking of a trip there.
All right.
And so it's going to depend on if I can find somebody that Gertie trusts.
Well,
never mind if I trust them. If Gertie trusts them to watch her, then I think we can make this happen.
yeah, I mean, it's an important thing to think about. I love that. I love that that's where you're thinking about going. Yeah, I'm in need of sun. Really, that's what it comes down to. And I think we talked about Cape Hatteras and the Outer Banks maybe a couple episodes back, and I was saying that I used to go to Kiowa, and I loved it there, which is in South Carolina. And the Carolinas are beautiful.
Yeah.
And those long, long beaches and, the tall grasses, and it's really just gorge.
I think it's going to be a good summertime getaway.
I think so.
Yeah.
I definitely think so. And I may know a dog sitter for you.
Fantastic.
So we'll take care of that. I'd be curious if people that are listening to the show, what did we get it right? Did we get it wrong? What are the factors that you think about? What do you think? Warm, cold, culture, sitting down. Do you get bored? Let us know what you think. And you know how you can do that? I'll tell you. You can actually call and leave a voicemail, or you can text 475-999 475-2726.
That's 475-999-ARC-6.
That's right. Hop on your ARC and go a-travelin'.
That's right. Get your groups of animals together and
Exactly.
sail off to a toasty vacation.
Oh my gosh, have you ever done a cruise?
I haven't. Yeah, and you know, there's some aspects of it that appeal to me, but more aspects that don't appeal to me, making it unlikely that I'll probably
Yeah.
be cruising anytime soon.
I've done a couple different ones, and, it's another topic for another show.
For sure.
There is an all-you-can-eat ice cream buffet usually.
Well, that's always positive.
See?
But on the other hand, being jostled around on the ocean waves after eating all that ice cream doesn't sound
Yeah.
all that appealing to me.
That is fair. That is very fair. All right. Well, speaking of eating delicious things, our next segment, of course, is with Vance Dingfelder of Dingfelder's Delicatessen and Nourish Catering. Who knows what culinary chaos he will lead us into this week? We'll be right back.
Let's find out.
Whether it's fly fishing or French pastry, we all have something that makes our tail wag. Involuntary and instinctive, it's sparked by excitement, inspired by purpose, and it speaks to who we are. I'm Stacey Heller of Stacey Connects. I lead clients to the place that makes their tail wag. As a creative director, I bring ideas to life. As a podcast producer, I give ideas a voice. Stacey Connects. It's my superpower. If you want to connect with me, Stacey Heller, go to staceyconnects.com. Don't ask me to talk. Welcome back to Don't Ask Me to Talk. You know what time it is.
That's right. It's our favorite part of the show. It's the time where we get to talk to the Lord of the Sandwich, the King of the Knish, the Duke of the Deli, the Baron of Breakfast. Well, he's got a breakfast sandwich on the menu anyway at Dingfelder's Delicatessen. Vance, sir, how are you?
You know, it's the eloquent Eric who has a vocabulary that just is dreamy.
Right?
You know, the Baron of Breakfast. So I have to say that we're getting excited because our menus are almost done. And as soon as we get those menus done, we can then start some breakfast. We can change our hours. And the most important thing that we're going to do is we have the Reuben. So not
I
only
love a
is
good
it
Reuben.
a Reuben, and people love the Reuben. I can't tell you. I think it's gonna be crazy how many people order the Reuben. It's a monster of a sandwich, and it is. I made them for people yesterday, the day before. Don't come in and start asking.
Yet.
But somebody was from out of town, and they said, "Can you make a Reuben?" And I'm like, "Yes." And then I have this one person who's ordered Reubens from me. She comes in maybe twice a year, and she's a regular.
Hey,
with her husband and their two friends, and she begs me to make her a vegetarian Reuben, which is a Reuben that doesn't have any meat. Okay,
I know, there's got to be a different name for that, like a Ruby.
Sauerkraut sandwich.
Reuben, right? That's a thing. That's with corned beef.
Yes.
And there's a Rachel, which is pastrami. That's a Rachel. So I figured we'd make the vegetarian one a Raven. Okay.
Oh, all right.
And
like Raven, like the bird.
Like a raven, a raven.
All right.
People are raving about it.
So that's so Northwest.
Yes, it is. It is. It's not a very Jewish name.
Now wait a second. Okay, somebody came in yesterday. Okay, and their name was Eric.
Oh.
Not this one,
and
but
they asked for a turkey Reuben.
Sounds pretty good.
And I'm like, a turkey Reuben. I've never, ever made one with turkey. So we made one, and lo and behold, we're going to put a turkey Reuben on the menu.
I love it.
And,
Right on.
I thought about because this guy, You know, they came in to see the Bruce show. They're
Oh,
from
yeah.
Portland. And they came in to see the Bruce show, and
Springsteen, that
they
is.
almost got me to go. It was pretty close. So you know what this weekend is?
What?
Oh my gosh, it's Purim.
Oh,
Do you know what Purim? Purim.
We
a
know-
cat's favorite holiday.
Yes.
It's the cat's favorite holiday. Exactly. Okay. It is.
It's one of the
Basically,
Jewish holidays, yeah?
Listen, the Jews, they were persecuted. They survived. They came out of it. What do? We eat. So the traditional thing that we eat is Haman's hat, right? Haman was the evil advisor to King Ahasuerus in Persia. This is Persia now, the Jews of Persia. And they plotted to kill all the Jews, okay? Seems it's a thing. Look at history. People just want to wipe us out. So the courageous actions of Queen Esther and her cousin Mordecai. You know Morty.
Yep,
Don't you know
yep.
Morty?
Yeah, I do.
You know,
Morty and
Morty's got a
Esther
place, you know,
live down the hall.
Morty and Ike Electronics over on Bleecker Street. You know.
They'll give you a deal. Tell them Vance sent you.
So Morty and Esther literally saved the Jews, and Esther was the queen. So typically, this is a celebration of. It's the only holiday that you're supposed to get drunk, which is hysterical.
Okay.
Everybody, all the kids get dressed up. Even the adults get dressed up. You dress up in costumes, right?
What are the
It's one of
costumes?
those parties, and you dress up as, either you can be Haman, right? There's Hamans, there's Ahasuerus, right? All the people of the story.
Okay.
And the story is called, what is it called? The Spiel.
No way.
That's where we get that.
You eat Haman's hat. It's called a Hamantaschen. And I know you've heard of Hamantaschen.
Yes, I have.
It's that triangle cookie because Haman wore a triangle hat.
Oh.
Okay, yeah.
It's all
there's
making
always-
so much
There's
sense.
always a reason. In Judaism, there's always a reason
Well,
for everything.
Very practical
Yeah.
people.
So Haman's hat is the Hamantaschen. You fill it with fruit, all different kinds of fruit, because it's springtime, and that's what we pretty much do. And you read this thing called the Spiel. Kids get the groggers that make the the rah sounds.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
that was pretty lame.
That's
But,
fun.
And every time in the Spiel that you mention the word Haman, you drown it out with the groggers. Okay? So,
You
it's
have
all
to
about
know.
us getting liberated. That's what we do.
All right.
And then we celebrated Purim. It's similar. It's around the same time. And then what happens next month is Passover.
Yep.
So if you really look at it, it's like a month before Passover, right? It is a thing that happens, and it's coincides with Lent. Lent is going on right now, right?
Yeah. So this is kind of like the
Passover
Jewish
coincides
Fat
with Easter.
Tuesday in a way, or Mardi Gras.
And Fat Tuesday. Yes. Of course, this was, timeline. I don't know the timeline, but I know, let me see if I can figure that out. I don't know when exactly it was in
In the
as far as
history.
time was concerned, but I'm going to have to get back to you on that, okay?
All right. Well, that's
Yeah,
what next week is for.
That's a great question. But anyway, so we're doing those that we're and they are a thing. We're going to probably sell. Oh my gosh, we're probably going to sell 1,000 of them. 1,000 of these.
The
things.
Hamantash.
And the Hamantaschen. And what's so cool is we do apricot, we do strawberry, we do chocolate chip with, there's believe it or not, the prune is amazing, and the poppy seed is also really good. There's also, and I should know this, there's things associated with the fillings, right? So, but the poppy seed is called mun, and one of my favorites. The prune is also a favorite. And then you have raspberry, apricot, strawberry. We do a cherry almond.
Ooh.
We do chocolate chip that we dip in chocolate. We do a Nutella, which is, let's just say, that's really a good one. We always sell out of Nutella. And we do chocolate dip with sprinkles for kids. And it's just a fun time that we do things, make the Hamantaschen for everybody. And they're really popular. What's come out of it was our fillings for the rugula, right? And the filling for our Linja torts, because these fillings that I've been making for years, the apricot is just amazing. And, we make it from all dried fruits and things like that. There's other people that do walnut, prune kind of thing. I kind of stay away from the nuts because of, dietary restrictions.
Sure, of course.
But yeah, I advise you to come down this weekend and grab some Hamantaschen.
Okay.
Sounds amazing.
Okay,
Face,
I hear you. Actually,
come on down.
I have a tray that I need to return to you.
Oh, you know those silver trays?
Yeah?
You want to bring them down?
Do I still have them?
We're open for dine-in, right?
Yeah, all right. I'll look. I know I have a
You
white
can
tray.
find 'em. I'm just going to say.
Okay.
What are you guys doing this week?
Well,
I'm going to be out shopping for Miss Loach Mano. But aside from that,
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Shmano?
Yes, how do you pronounce it, sir?
What, the Hamantaschen?
No, the Miss Loach Mano or Manet. It's the baskets of sweets that you're supposed to give out on Purim.
Oh, the basket of sweets that you're supposed to... Okay, where did you find this?
I'm looking online. This is a thing.
it must be
Look
true.
online. Did you Google it?
I did.
Google it? Okay.
You know what I'm talking about, right? A Purim basket.
No,
It's
no. I never. There's something with how you're saying it that I just don't know.
MISLOAHCHMANOT.
Oh, Lashmanos.
There you go.
Okay.
Lashmano.
It sounds like you're going, Lashmano? I'm like,
You're talking to a Gentile here, sir.
I know, exactly.
Be gentle with the
rod?
Gentile.
Are you talking about a fishing rod and reel? What is that?
Oh, my gosh.
So it is about spring and fruit and those kinds of things, and that's what it does. But you're right. It is, and the funny thing about it is the adults are encouraged to have some schnapps.
I love that.
And they do, including the rabbis when they're doing the spiel. It's so much fun to really just watch it because the kids are enamored. The adults are a little lit.
Hammered.
Yes. Kids are enamored. Adults are hammered.
Enamored on Purim.
Sounds like a party.
And we're reading the spiel. And it is a party. And you get to eat, right? How bad could that be?
Yeah, not bad at all.
Well,
Yeah, come down this weekend.
all right.
I'll have some Hamantaschen. I want to say Pop's going to be on the planet, I think, the 4th.
Okay, I think Vance went into a tunnel because
I'm going to put them online for pick up on the 4th.
Oh, yeah.
So that's my job.
Uh-oh.
I'll do that tomorrow or Thursday.
I think we got the gist of it that this weekend, Dinkfelders is the place to be. Great to talk to you as always, sir. Have a very happy Purim, and we'll talk to you again next week.
Eric, maybe we name that turkey room after you.
Oh.
Eric, maybe we call it
About this
engineer.
turkey, I know. Named it after.
Perfect.
I love it.
You guys take care.
Take
All
care.
right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right.
Bummer that we lost him at the end. However,
That's okay.
that's okay. There's always next week.
That's for sure. And we got to find out what we're talking about next week.
Oh, yeah.
Bring a guest. Now, are we supposed to bring a guest, or are we going to talk about bringing guests?
No, one of us will have to do like rock, paper, scissors, shoot. We'll have to bring a guest.
All right.
All right. So we'll do that after, and we'll leave you in suspense who our guest might be.
I like it.
All right. So have a great week, everybody. Apparently next week we're bringing a guest.
Fantastic. Have a wonderful week. Thanks for listening to Don't Ask Me to Talk.